Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So what we are going to be talking about today may sound very counterintuitive at the beginning. Trust me, what we're trying to do is we're trying to set a solid foundation and training a system on what we think is relevant for a particular niche so that going forward, we don't have to go ahead and manually answer questions or generate leads. This may seem like a one-on-one mapping which is highly not scalable at the beginning. But so basically what we're going to do is we're going to research micro communities on the internet like Reddit, platforms like SparkToro, where we are going ahead and finding out where people spend most of their time with respect to a particular niche or a specific keyword. We will go ahead and train a system very efficiently on that particular niche so that it will go ahead and give us content automatically, which can also be automated eventually to go ahead and start pushing out this content. Eventually, it may seem like a very small injection into the system, but eventually it will have its own ripple effect. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to the homepage of the internet, which is Reddit, and the niche that we're going to pick today is, let's say, AI video. This is the subreddit that I'm going to pick. Now, these are all the posts that you see. Now, let's look at what are the subreddits with respect to that. So there is something called as AI video. We need subreddits which have quite some number of people as a part of that subreddit we're going to use to train our system. Now, how are we going to do that is let's go to Google Doc. And the logic is very simple. The logic is to go ahead and figure out what is really trending on these subreddits with specific to the discussion that we have, and it is not a one-time thing. You will have to do this for about 30 minutes every day. So you scour these subreddits, and then pick up things that matter to you. You go ahead and upload these into a Google Doc and train it, and you have to validate the authenticity of these answers and keep training the system using a platform called Chatbase, which will eventually become self-sufficient for us to go ahead and cater to all the questions that may arise on these forums, where you can quickly churn out answers and automate the process of converting these answers into videos using AI. Now let's get started. Let's just go to the Google document. Let's just say train AI video. That's going to be my document. So I go. Okay, so on this subreddit, I have filtered it with top and then looked at the posts this month, and then I got something where it is what if Studio Ghibli directed Lord of the Rings, right? And then there are about 595 comments in this. So let's see what this post is talking about. Others will have to stand up for themselves and not be propped up or limited by means, blah, blah, blah. Same, I can see it in that post a year ago. Da, da, da. Right. So you have these comments, right? So what we will do is very efficiently, we will either copy this, go to a tool like Comment Picker, where you just have to log in to this tool, and you will go ahead and scrape these export these comments from Reddit. I love this. Okay, now go back to the tool. Now let's see if there's Reddit here. Okay, there's no Reddit. Reddit comment picker. Okay, this is the Reddit post. Select the Reddit post. Reddit post ID, have comment replies, relative top level comments from Reddit post. Okay. Something is wrong with this bro. So these are the posts, and we will look at things that seem like question answer, right? So let's say this is because of the source video. This was because the source video was 85% with da da da. Consider using your own gear. Okay, my own GPUs, I'll save them for the Rocket League. Cave troll should have been Toto. People really see now it's over now. Just a handful of years ago. Okay, now this seems like a good question, right? So you copy this and you're just going to say post number 1. You just keep doing this for about 5 to 10 posts a day. They even got mismatched lip syncing from Western dub release just right. So copy this. I'll tell you why I'm copying this, right? So this is going to be post number 2. I'm just going to get one more post and get going on because the intention is to. Okay, how long is this going to make? Right. So we have missed out on the most important post, which is post number 4, which is the exact process of what this guy is talking about here. Kling movie trailer. This is done using Kling. What if this directed The Lord of the Rings? I spent $250 in Kling credits, so 9 hours re-editing the Fellowship trailer to bring bring that vision to life, and I'll show you exactly how I did it. Okay, so this is exactly what he has done. So I'm just going to copy paste this, and let's say this is another post, and let's copy the name of the post and use that as the big question, right? So I'm just going to name this as big question. Now here is where it gets interesting. Now the big question is this: what if Studio Ghibli directed The Lord of the Rings, right? Lord of the Rings. Now let's go to the post, which is this, right? And let's go to platforms like ChatGPT and figure out all the possible questions that may arise because of this, right? So I'll do this. You may use deep research if you want. You can say this is a natural sentiment for people in real life for trailers that are being made using tools like Kling AI or studio like video edits, right? What are all the questions people in the world may have with respect to this, right? So this is the question that I just reverse engineered. I took an answer from Reddit comments. I just uploaded that and I'm looking at what are all the questions that people may have, right? So I'm just eliminating deep research now, and I'm just going to say, can you make a list of specific questions people may have with respect to the above comment, right? Let's see what are all the specific questions that come up with. How is this even possible? Who made this, a person or AI? Is this real footage completely AI generated? How much time did it take to make? Can I make something like this too, right? Does this mean anyone can be a filmmaker now, right? That is an interesting question. What happens to traditional artists and editors? Is creativity still real if AI helps so much? Will this flood the internet with mid-content? How do we value art when it's this easy to make? Are these tools going to replace it? Brilliant, right? So you have these all list of questions. Now I'm going to the big question, which is this, right? And look at the post this guy made, which is I spent copy this, come here and say, where is that? This is what someone did on Reddit, and here is the process. This is just a screenshot of the video they made using this tool, right? That's all using this tool. So that's what I'm going to put, and I'm also going to go to Reddit and probably take a screenshot. You can also download the video, upload the video, blah blah, but I'm just going to go ahead and take a screenshot, go ahead and upload in my ChatGPT, just to make sure we give people what we are researching about, right? Okay, now this is his process. Now give me 5 questions that are worth answering that businesses and marketers may be curious about with respect to this, right? Very intriguing questions that they need answers to desperately, right? just 5 questions, very specific. That's it. So I've just uploaded a scenario. I already have 20 questions, but I have uploaded a scenario. I'm just going to go ahead and give 5 questions based upon a real context, based upon a real image, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with these questions. How can brands leverage AI-driven visual storytelling like this to create cinematic content at scale without burning $250 and 9 hours per video? Now this is insane, basically, because look at what you had. All you had was just a Reddit post about some fancy-looking fun project video that was made, and you came up with a brilliant question that could answer and help a lot of businesses and marketers around you, right? So this is one. And then what are the legal and copyright implications? Very good. How do audiences emotionally respond to AI generated content? Can AI videos like this integrated into brilliant questions, I must say, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy these questions. Go to Perplexity. Initially it may be a little work, but you can also do this on ChatGPT, but I just wanted the authenticity to be there and all verified information only. I'm just going to remove this without burning cash and not having to spend a ton of AI credits, right? And I'm going to say I need market reports and studies to be considered while you research answers for these questions in the most valid, you need to verifiable from reputed sources for a research paper. Output is 5 questions and 5 well-researched answers supported by sources, right? So this is all my Google Doc will contain now. So I'm just going to go ahead, and you can either remove these, right, because that is not what we wanted. You can probably convert that into 100 more questions. So let's actually retain it there. These are the questions, and then this will give you. Let's actually retain the original list of questions. I'm just going to things, but I chose not to do that. So what I'm going to do that this again will give you new threads. You can always go back and refer to those threads. Now then you will upload this, download as a PDF. Now this is where it gets interesting. Now I have a document that I can use to train my system based upon the specific content that I found on Reddit with potential questions that people may have, which are very relevant to my audience, which is business owners and marketers. Now I'm going to go ahead and train a system on this information that I researched from real questions which are trending, with where people are buzzing with excitement about, and then I'm going to upload that, right? So now how do I train the system is when you go ahead and launch a tool called Chatbase, which is a very, very intriguing chatbot of sorts, which is an AI agent. I already have an AI agent, which is a free version. You can just go ahead and try it out. I'm going to go ahead and upload this document PDF that I downloaded as a source, right? Now where did that go? Okay, train AI video.pdf. This is where I'm going to upload it. It will train the system along with the existing things that I've already put here, right? So I'm just going to say retrain agent. Now every day, if I do this for about 30 minutes, I'm sure it must have taken less than that. But if I go ahead and do this for 30 minutes, pick up these questions, do a little bit of ChatGPT research and source valuable, verifiable content and upload it, my system is getting smarter every day. Now, next time I go to a subreddit like this, right? Thoughts on AI coming for our jobs in the next 30 years. What do you think will become of videography in general? Brilliant, brilliant question. Because this is exactly what we researched upon right now. So what do? Now you don't have to worry about researching it from here, going ahead and doing a ton of manual research. All you can simply do is to go ahead and you have this question, right? So copy this question, and now your system, your chat-based system is trained on this kind of question. So you just simply put it here. In the next, you don't have to copy paste the question, just say next few years. What do you think will become to video creation in general, right? So that's exactly what they were asking. Now your system is trained to answer this question. So I'm just going to say enter. It will go ahead and give me the answer to this question. Chatbase is not something which will go ahead and do the research for you, but it will do a very effective job to going ahead and digging into your own research that you made, and it will give you answers from your sources. That's the scope of Chatbase, right? So now what you do is you go ahead and use this to create a quick Loom video, and then you automate the crap out of this, and you will just say that, I have an answer for your question. I recently had made a video on this which takes about less than 2 minutes to watch. Are you interested? That is all you need. If he says yes, you can churn out a quick video on this using Loom. It probably takes about 2 minutes. Then churn the video out, then upload it. Then you have a lead, right? Then you have a potential lead for a product or a course or an ebook that you may have. That's exactly what you will go ahead and capitalize on. And that's exactly how you will go ahead and take real data from platforms like Reddit, frame real questions which are very contextual to that, train a real system on your data, answer questions, and let that system answer your questions by either making a video and automating the crap out of the whole system. Imagine what will happen to this if this goes on for about a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. If you have a team doing this for you every day, day in, day out, think about what is going to happen in your lead pipeline. For a second, forget about the number of leads coming in and how fancy videos you can churn out, about 10,000 videos in 3 months. They're useless if they're not getting you any results. But if this can be scaled, the quality of the leads will definitely blow your mind, even if the numbers are less. So this is something which is really important and mind blowing. And I would probably look at this kind of strategies to go ahead and get leads and hit the ball out of the park. That's about it. If you have any questions or if you don't agree with anything, please do put it in the comments. I will probably we can discuss and get to know more about this. That's about it. My name is Casey signing off. If you like what you see, you should definitely subscribe to this channel, because this is going to be a very good one-stop shop for all AI marketing and AI needs going forward. That's about it. My name is Casey signing off. Until next time, ciao.